What do we have out here? Oh, my melons. Some of them died back. Look at these beauties. Nice asters. Oh, it's so crowded in here. Oh, jeez. I'm doing asters and onions here. I think I'm gonna do onion 2, 3, aster. I'm leaving this kale for seed, but I should actually harvest those ones. I don't want the other variety to flower and cross. I just want to save from the red valance here. Beautiful. So much digging to be done. Oh, can't wait to get at it. When the irises are done, we'll have some color here still. Okay, asparagus time. So I got these at least a month ago and they were just ferning out already and they were gonna be a little bit too difficult to deal with. So I chopped them probably, I don't know, at least half have really sprouted. You know, it's best to let the ferns go for the first couple of years without picking them. But yeah, just needed to do that just to handle them. I think they'll be okay. I'm gonna plant these in the Hügel terrace here, right down the middle, I think, on this bottom terrace. And there's good potential long-term fertility there because of the Hügel culture. It will take some time for, you know, that to break down. I'm gonna be filling them in gradually, adding more layers on top. And asparagus likes well-drained soil, ideally sandy soils, as long as there's enough nutrients in there and a pH of 6.5 to 7. So, you know, 7 is neutral there. So I got a blueberry at the end there, so I am just gonna keep them away because I want the blueberry to be more acidic soils. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with these. I think I'm gonna plant some strawberries. I wanna get a new variety of strawberry. And I've noticed they do really well on rock walls because, you know, at least one side has less weed pressure because they're up off the ground. So I think this is gonna be this future strawberry patch as well because my other areas are maybe not as ideal and they're getting pretty grown in. And yeah, so I think asparagus and strawberries are gonna be awesome here. They're really good companions You want to plant the asparagus a little bit deeper, a couple inches deeper when you're growing strawberries with them, so the root zones don't compete. But other than that, they're really good use of space because the, it just works out really well. These are an all male variety, and they're not the newest. There's a couple other ones. They only had the seed of these newer varieties that are even like higher yielding, but this is just fine. It was really expensive for that seed. The all male varieties produce the highest, which is kind of strange, but it's kind of cool too, I suppose. Hey-o. Okay, let's get these unwrapped. It's starting to rain now. I'm gonna be real careful with these. Look at the roots. It's kind of cool how they're packaged up in that U. Hey, Gumboot. What you do, buddy? Okay. Ooh. Well, they got roots started. That's kind of a good thing. I think I should soak these just for a little bit. And I need to do a little bit of bed prep there behind me. I want to turn this whole terrace area into more of a perennial garden, so maybe dwarf fruit trees and bushes and asparagus and strawberries. Strawberries in there. When I get my hands on some, asparagus and strawberries grow really well together. And I'm going to keep adding mulch layers to build the soil up there. In the meantime, I'm going to grow some stevia there and a few more asters. Asparagus and asters are said to be good companions as well. I got it going a little bit late, didn't get my seed until later. I'm going to pop a whole bunch of these out. Oh, there's a nice double or triple there. I'm going to plant some of the larger ones out here and some of the smaller ones in the greenhouse, I think. Wide leaf plantain gets everywhere, even in my seedlings. That's funny. Last time I grew it, a couple years ago, I got 2 cuttings. And stevia, or stevia, likes well-drained soil and consistent water, ideally. So I got the mulch on here, and that is going to help. So I'm thinking I might do an ever-bearing strawberry here. After I plant all this stuff, there's still going to be enough space to fit them in here still in between or out on the edge here. Mid-season, you know. Got to set the asters in as well. Fertilizer down, just sprinkled it on top before I put the straw down. A little bit of feather meal and a little bit of Groundkeeper's Pride 845. So plants that you're growing for foliage, typically you would use a bit of nitrogen. And plants, you're growing for a fruit, you definitely want some phosphorus. And a little of everything, a balance is good too, but any leafing plant that you're harvesting the leaves, it'll definitely appreciate a bit of nitrogen. So a little feather meal. And we got some manure here, but I didn't go ahead and put more manure. Just cute little nests. I'm thinking I'm going to do melons back here. I'm gonna put a trellis, maybe some lettuce or something behind. So yeah, that's the plan for here. Your thing. Hope it's not too rainy for you. We got 3 stevia and an aster. All this rain has been perfect for seeding all the clover and grass. It's all sprouted. Mainly you see all the clover, just super thick. I added red and white and the sun mix of grass. I've got 5 left. Let's go to the food forest. I think right in here. Look at the mushrooms. This weather is great for all the spawn that I put out too. Exciting. Ah, yes, the lupins are coming in. I love how the birds come out and start their song right after the rain. It's such a beautiful time. Got a little plan for here. I'm planting the 5 remaining asparagus crowns, Millennium. And this Hügelkultur needs a bit more soil and wood chip, so I'm going to spread some soil, garden soil, and a little bit of composted manure. And then I'm going to rake up all these wood chips here, and yeah, just cover the crowns up. And there's so many plants coming in down. The lupins are coming down from the bank, and mullein and the hollyhocks are here. I've got golden raspberries in this Hügel that just started propagating because I put canes in here one year. Foxgloves are going to bloom. Nothing more to say about that. And just so awesome. One of my favorites for sure. I got pears coming this year. Oh, took 6 years. Last year it did flowered, but it didn't hold any fruit sets. But it's holding now. So yeah, there might be 50 or something like that on there. Really excited about the pears. So asparagus doesn't really like standing water. So a bit of water does come in here in the spring, but it does dry up. And the Hügelkultur is somewhat well draining, so I am going to keep them up a little bit high here. And what I'm going to do is just spread them out like that, just kind of fan them out rather. And they're upright enough. And then I'm just going to cover them over instead of kind of like digging in much. That's going to be good. And same for these ones here. Really want to spread the roots out with asparagus. Usually you can also make a little mound and kind of spread them out on there. That's a little particular, but they'll be fine like that. Just make sure they're at least fanned out. Since it is sprouted already, I'll try to keep that upright. So I've got a whole barrel of soil here. I just want to add a little bit of soil to this Hügel. I think a few plums are setting. Yahoo! Italian plums. Been waiting a while for her. Oh, I pulled Miss Columbine out. There's so many of them, and I wanted to put a crown right where it was growing, so I was planted in another spot. I think this is going to be good. I'm digging it down a bit more so that the water is lower down so it doesn't flood so much. More of a swale, and the water should flow out more then. And I'm exposing rock wall in here, so I think that'll be nice. Those creeping buttercups though, they're gotta pull them out. It's so wet here, I added a little bit of gravel since I had it. And so there's a little bit of a layer of gravel down here that I will leave. I'm doing sun sugar or sun gold cherry tomatoes. 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple sprouting broccolis. 1, 2, 3. And these beautiful amaranths. I have 3 varieties. I'm growing this one here. Only this variety so that I can collect seed in this so they don't cross. Yeah. And I want a little extra nitrogen in here because there is quite a few wood chips that are mixed in. They're decomposing, but they're a little bit mixed in from the pathway here. Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle. She's a beauty, eh? Put your sniffer on that. So the asparagus and tomato planted together, they help out each other. They deter bugs for one another. Dibble tickle plant. Dibble, tickle, and then plant. Dibble tickle plant. Wait a minute here. If you're dibbling, you're not usually tickling. And if you're root tickling, you're not usually dibbling. Keep your heart inspired. We'll see you soon. Bye. Let's just check to see if the mushroom spawn is kind of doing its thing under the Italian plum tree here. See if we can see any mycelium. Oh, baby. Can you see that? Awesome. Foxgloves are blooming. They're gonna bloom. There's gonna be some plums this year.